We're going to kill all of you. Woo! Woo! Okay, this is more than a little obnoxious. Kill!
I hope this is slightly uncomfortable.
Yeah. Oh, that didn't work. Still not working. Still not working! Maybe one day it'll work. I don't know what day that'll be, but...
Facts make facts.
Those wide slashes are annoying. Here,
I don't like you.
Draco's fireballs are too powerful. Too OP. Need buff. Let's retreat in camp. Let's see if anybody wants to talk. Probably not, but... No. What you doing? Oh, I didn't see you there. You startled me. Sorry. You always seem to do that. You're always around me. Why is that? I am? Ah, right. Of course I am. On the other side of your coin. My what? I'm your partner in crime with the ladies. Because I'm so ugly, when we're together, you'll look really handsome. Not that you need my help with that. You're handsome already. I'd take you up on that, but I'm more focused on my duty to Loren at the moment. Right, of course. No doubt you'll do fine with the ladies. What's not to like about them? Pretty lips, nice ankles, big, yes. Yeah, I'm not into that. So... Hello, Dora. You have nothing new to say either. Okay. Let's go.
You forfeited your life.
You do a lot of damage to these guys quickly. Wide slashes are just going around all the time right now, aren't they? Alright, let's... Okay, never mind about doing that thing that I was trying to do.
Try me if you dare.
Oops. Attack! Lizardman patrols are bitches. Okay.
I hope this is slightly uncomfortable.
We're trying to drop these guys as quickly as we can. But these fights are just gonna end up dragging out a little longer.
Protect you.
I'm not really in danger of losing or dying even. It's just kind of like,
Your weapons, tend your wounds, and make haste.
We win. We'll fight the next patrol.
That actually worked.
Da 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 da. Trying to kill people. 'cause that is what I do. Loren the Amazon, Loren the Amazon, Loren the Amazon, Loren.
I hope this is slightly uncomfortable.
Loren, Amazon princess, she is Loren, yes, she is Loren. I'm trying to kill you. Please
Some
die.
things never change.
Alright. The party has cleared the Kulu temple halls of all lizardmen, but they have yet to find the lizardmen's leader. The more they fought, however, the more vicious the creatures became, telling them that they were close. And then, suspiciously, the attacks stopped. They were guided through the empty halls by lit torches and sounds. They walked down a musty corridor and into a great hall. There were torches lit across the wide room and large decorated lizardmen working around the occult symbols on the floor. There! The king must be with them! Lizardmen screeched as she plundered her weapon. Karen, her mother, was tied to the wall, limp and unmoving. Mother? She didn't move. Loren screamed in pure bloodlust. Meanwhile, a giant lizardman warrior approached them. He was the Lizard King. Holy shit. I did not think we would find her mother that quickly. What do we gotta do? We gotta drop this guy first. Alright, let's see. Attack! Throw out a paralyzed level
We have
3.
no time for this.
Good. He only lasts 2 turns, but we can even use this to
Try this on for
those
size.
2. There we go. That's the way we do it. Oh, you got stunned, so you're gonna have to guard. Deal out some damage. Loren, finish
Keep
the
up
round.
next time.
Hit that guy next. Alright. Yes, we got him. He's in a stun lock now.
Good riddance, I say.
Woo! Win. Killed him. Dead. The last lizardman fell, bloody and broken from how Loren had mauled him. She dropped her swords and rushed to her mother, who was still lifeless and bound to the wall. We found and saved Karen. Okay. Mother! Please! Mother! She lifted Karen's head and rocked her to make sure she was alive. Her body was warm to her relief. Saren handed her a knife to cut the ropes. Please! Just before she shed a tear, Loren saw her mother's eyes blink open. She struggled to focus, and then finally looked to see who was holding her. The princess cried in happiness and held her mother close. She managed to free Karen completely from her bonds, revealing dark marks on her wrist from how long she had been held. Why are you here? I've come for you. The Amazons wanted to brand you as dead, but I knew you'd be alive. Dead? Her face turned to anguish. She stood up shakily and fought her body's weakness to scramble over to a corpse nearby. Rhizome! No! She turned the person over to reveal an armored man, dead. Karen did not mute her horrified cries upon seeing him, pressing her head into his cold body. The entire party stood in silence, witnessing the agony of a woman who had just barely escaped her own life. Loren was perplexed at seeing such a reaction from her mother. Ryozom had been her mother's personal servant, and that was all. Loren suddenly made the connection that the man who had been reported as traveling with her mother had been only her slave. Her thoughts went wild. No one had captured her? Why had she been traveling with him? He was a man. Mother? Don't look at me! She snapped at her daughter too quickly, still hunched over Rhizom's body. Loren took a step back in fear. Don't judge me. Loren gasped. Karen had loved Rhizom. It was so clear to Loren now, from the way her mother was clutching him so dearly. She had been in love with him, all those smiles they had secretly shared back at the Citadel. Every time her mother had chastised her for criticizing him and other men. He didn't abduct you? You were running away with him? She'd be cast out, and so would Loren, simply because she was related to a treacherous weakling. Men were only for procreation, never for love. She had been taught this for as long as she could remember. All this time, Loren had believed that her mother had disappeared against her will, and now it was clear that she had wanted to abandon her all along. I am dead. I should be dead. Saren could not stand Loren's sudden standoffish behavior toward her mother, especially for something so meaningless as what gender her lover was. So Saren hurried to Queen Karen's side and placed comforting hands on her shoulders. With a gentle pull, he led her away from Rhizom's corpse, though it was clear she wanted to stay with him. The Amazon Queen had always been a strong, stoic leader with a rein and exterior as hard as stone, but now she was just a woman breaking down in his arms. It was enough for Saren to question reality itself. We arrived just in time. These lizard men were going to perform dark magic. They've already claimed one victim. It is curious they did not kill the Amazon Queen yet. Indeed, perhaps they had another purpose for her. We can't leave him here! No, we will give him what he deserves. Follow me. Outside, a bright pyre burned, sending Rhizom home. Karen stared into the flames, utterly silent. On the opposite side, Loren was just as silent, but staring at her mother instead. She was still having difficulty piecing together everything that she had just seen. She loved her mother deeply, but now she wondered who she even was. Despite her mother having broken Amazon tradition and requiring exile from the Citadel, Loren could not communicate her own blood. Not just because it would mean her own exile as well, but because her mother was not a bad person. She was a strong queen, and a good mother. Even if her heart beat for someone whom it should not have. Saren quietly walked up and stood by Loren. She looked over at her servant. A man. How could her mother have learned to love one? How do you fare, Your Highness? She felt electrocuted from his concern. Since she had begun her journey, she had allowed this man into her personal life and even relied on him. She trusted him. Was it that easy to slip into love for one of them? Do not speak to me. She didn't want to find out. Loren walked away and urged the party to leave the swamp as soon as possible. Saren stood alone, left wondering why his mistress responded in such a way. Of course it was to be expected as her servant, but he couldn't shake the look in her eyes just now. After pulling Karen from the pyre, the party decided to move on and leave the swamps. Loren took her first steps back towards the Citadel. Towards home. We've gained Karen, the Thief Scout. The Thief Scout. Seems like she's a thief, but she uses a spear, which I don't think relies on skill. I think it relies on strength, doesn't it? It would be here where the story of Loren the Amazon Princess should have ended. She had never left the Citadel until the day her mother went missing, and she was now returning home with her. Her goal was complete, but her journey was far from over. That sword had not stopped glowing, and did not stop whispering to her while she slept. No, this was just the beginning for Loren and her loyal servant. Soon they would approach the forest again, and news would reach their ears. The whole world was quaking, ready to burst, and the sword knew this. High in the Everburn Mountains, a thundering, unearthly shout rang out over the mountains, shattering the windows and putting out fires.
Did it glow? Tell me, in that princess's hands, did that sword glow?
I don't know. I only know that she has it. I'm completely positive on that, my lord.
Then you had better find out if it glows. We have come too far for the gods to meddle in my business.
Sir, you know I need more power for that. My omniscience is limited. I can't just do it whenever.
What use are you then? You speak of the Ember Blade. It glowed! It glows! She needs to be killed!
I recall someone saying that such an option was covered. How did that go, by the way, Grob?
It went according to plan, actually. But they're collecting more and more allies, so she's well protected. But the lizard men will be able to handle them, that is.
Oh no, haven't you heard?
Quiet, I will tell him which. I have heard enough bad news for today, Grob. Yes, my lord, but the lizardmen. They've been slain. Loren has a mother. They're leaving the swamps.
You can't do anything right, Greenie.
And what is it you've done for the Lord lately? Silence! You will both pay dearly for these mistakes. You failed to keep promises, and have compromised me for the last time. My lord, you're being too hasty. I made you a promise that there would be a war. I have come to tell you, the war is upon us.
This quieted Faust, and he sat down on his throne.
Now, unlike some of us, I have a great ability at your service, my lord.
The humans and elves were itching for a war as it was. A change in the wind would have sent them to war anyway.
Nevertheless, it was my illusion magic, Lord. And this is the only good thing I have heard from the two of you in a long time. That will not be the case again.
It was a cloudless night in the Empire. The night watchmen of a small town guarded their post as usual. Only merchants and lowly travelers entered the village in such a dark hour. So it was beyond suspicious when a group of elven scouts marched right up into the town.
Hold! Who goes there?
The elven scouts marched through the gates and straight into the main square. The city guards rushed to block the roads. The elves suddenly stopped.
What is your business here? Go back! We don't need...
The guards' commanding tone faded as the elves took out their bows in unison and loaded them.
We're under attack!
The arrows flew in all directions, and the bloody screams woke the whole town. The elves mercilessly attacked the guards, showing almost no emotion as one person after another was slain. The guards barely had a chance to defend themselves or their loved ones. An arrow pierced an invading elf's skull, sending him to the ground. There, the elf's visage melted away to show the corpse of a goblin instead. The skull was crushed under the foot of defending guards. Just outside of the forest, Grob wheezed painfully and grasped his staff closely for support.
This should be the last of it.
With a wave of his staff, the few goblins who remained in front of him turned into human guards. They looked at their new forms for a moment, and then scuttled into a battalion of human soldiers that was forming next to them.
Go now. Hurry.
The illusionary soldiers then marched forward and right into the forest. Grob looked up at the moon and coughed. Finally, he teleported himself back to the Everburn Mountains to give his report. His master was waiting for good news.
Hey, this is RPGatWill. I hope you liked this episode of Loren the Amazon Princess. If you want to check out some of my other material, you can click on my channel link below, or you can even subscribe if you'd like. I like to do some silly songs on the side along with my RPG work. If you want to see some more group-oriented stuff, there's another channel called Gaming Idiots TV that I take part in. That's where we do all our group stuff, so I'll provide a link below if you want to check it out there. See you next time.